Easter is a time of joy and celebration, a season filled with hope and renewal. It is a time when Christians remember the resurrection of Jesus, a pivotal event that signifies victory over death and the promise of eternal life. One of the most recognizable symbols of Easter is the egg, a simple yet profound emblem of new beginnings. Easter eggs remind us of the miracle of Easter, symbolizing the empty tomb and the resurrection of Jesus. They are a sign of new life and hope, much like the spring season that surrounds the Easter celebration. Easter eggs are often brightly colored, representing the joy and vibrancy of the resurrection. This represents the joy of the resurrection, a time when families and communities come together in celebration. The egg itself is a symbol of the tomb in which Jesus was laid, a reminder of the sacrifice and the miracle that followed. Just as a chick hatches from an egg, so Jesus rose from the tomb, bringing with him the promise of new life. The giving of Easter eggs is a way of sharing the joy of Easter with others, a tradition that fosters community and connection. It is a tradition that has been celebrated for centuries, evolving over time, but always retaining its core message of hope and renewal. Easter eggs remind us that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope. A light that shines through the darkness, guiding us towards a brighter future. The empty eggshell is a powerful symbol of the resurrection. It represents new life emerging from what was once lifeless. Just as a chick breaks free from its shell, so too did Jesus break free from the bonds of death. This simple yet profound symbol reminds us of the miracle of Easter and the promise of eternal life. When Jesus was crucified, his body was placed in a tomb. This tomb was a place of sorrow and finality, a place where hope seemed lost. But the story did not end there. The tomb was sealed with a large stone, a barrier that seemed insurmountable. This stone symbolized the finality of death, a heavy weight that no one could move. On the third day, the stone was rolled away. The tomb was empty. This miraculous event signified that Jesus had risen, defying death and bringing hope to all. Just as the chick breaks free from the eggshell, Jesus broke free from the bonds of death. This act of resurrection is a powerful testament to the promise of new beginnings and the triumph of life over death. The empty tomb is a sign that death has been conquered. It stands as a beacon of hope, a reminder that life continues beyond the grave. It is a sign that we, too, will one day rise again. The resurrection of Jesus is a promise that we will share in his victory over death, experiencing eternal life. The empty eggshell reminds us that there is hope, even in death. It is a symbol of the new life that awaits us, a life filled with light and joy. It is a reminder that Jesus is alive and that he has conquered the grave. This victory is celebrated every Easter as we remember the resurrection and the hope it brings to all of humanity. The tradition of decorating eggs goes back centuries. Some scholars believe that the tradition began in Ukraine. These early decorated eggs are called pisanki eggs. Pisanki eggs are decorated using a wax resist method. The eggs are dyed multiple times. The wax preserves the dye beneath. This creates intricate and beautiful designs. The designs often have symbolic meaning. They represent things like fertility, good health, and new life. The tradition of decorating eggs spread throughout the world. Each culture has developed its own unique customs, but the central symbolism remains the same. The egg is a reminder of the hope and new life that Easter represents. Today, Easter eggs are decorated in many ways, reflecting the creativity and traditions of different cultures around the world. Some people dye them bright colors, using a variety of techniques to achieve vibrant hues. Others paint them with intricate designs, showcasing their artistic skills and cultural motifs. Children enjoy hunting for Easter eggs hidden by the Easter Bunny, a tradition that brings excitement and joy to the holiday. In some cultures, Easter eggs are given as gifts, symbolizing new beginnings and the renewal of life. In others, they are used in games and competitions, adding a playful element to the celebrations. No matter how they are celebrated, Easter eggs bring joy to people of all ages, uniting families and communities in festive activities. They remind us of the hope and joy that Easter brings, symbolizing the promise of new life and fresh starts. Easter egg traditions vary widely, reflecting the diverse ways people celebrate this special time of year. But they all point to the same truth, the universal themes of renewal, hope, and joy. Easter is a time for celebrating new life, as nature awakens and blossoms in the spring. It is a time for rejoicing in the resurrection of Jesus, a cornerstone of the Christian faith, and a reminder of the eternal hope that Easter represents. Easter eggs are more than just colorful decorations. They are powerful symbols of hope and new life. The next time you see an Easter egg, take a moment to reflect on its deeper meaning. Remember the sacrifice that Jesus made for us. Celebrate the hope that his resurrection brings. Let the Easter egg be a reminder that no matter how dark things may seem, there is always hope. Just as the chick emerges from the egg, we too can emerge from the darkness of sin and death. We can emerge into the light and life of Christ. Happy Easter.